Ladies and gentlemen, there is something headed towards the northwest of the United States. And they call this thing a Category 5 atmospheric river. Yes, this thing is up in the sky and it's about to dump record breaking rain. And it looked like it is spanning from Washington state to the northern part of California. And they're anticipating record flood from this thing. I mean, we are seeing some crazy things happening. Let me show you what it looks like from the satellite, ladies and gentlemen, before I play the video. Check this out. They said this thing is 2,700 miles across the Pacific, and it's going to drench all kinds of inches of rain across the Northwest. So, wow. So, Seattle may be looking at 6.5 inches of rain, with an additional 2 to 4 inches is also forecast. And they're saying some parts could even see 7 feet of rain from this atmospheric river up in the sky, Category 5. This is insane. I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you from CNN Weather.
Good Tuesday to you. Looking at the U.S. weather picture, the northwestern U.S. really going to be an area to watch carefully as we have multiple rounds of heavy rainfall in store across the Pacific Northwest. And the big story across the southern United States, of course, in recent days had been the historic run of snow showers across parts of the southern U.S. In fact, the heaviest snows we've seen in areas of Texas on into Louisiana in several decades. And that is all, what is left of it at least, is all beginning to push offshore and move away from the coastal region of the Carolinas. So Tuesday, in the early morning hours, maybe some showers left in place, but that quickly moves away. And we do see partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies and frankly cooler temperatures here to start off the mornings over the next several days before temps do warm up towards the latter half of the week. But notice around portions of Jackson, New Orleans, departures about 10 to 11 degrees below where they should be for this time of year, while up towards where is typically the coolest spots across the United States this time of year. The Northern Plains, look at Minneapolis, Sioux Falls, Bismarck, temps about 15 to almost 30 degrees above where they should be for this time of year. So warmth widespread in that area. How about back towards the west? This is an atmospheric river event shaping up across portions of the western U.S. as we have nice deep fetch of moisture here directed right towards portions of the Pacific Northwest. And in fact, it's been among the wettest starts on record for places such as Seattle for 2021. Just about 2.5 more inches here over the next several days for Seattle would move it into the wettest first 15 days of any year on record for Seattle. And of course, their standards are quite high for this time of year, but we do expect a persistent round of heavy rainfall over the next several days. And initially, the moisture here comes in with some warm air. So we do expect snow levels to rise to above 6,000 feet. That, of course, exacerbates some of the melt-off and flooding concerns. But notice this, back towards the coastal regions, as much as 4 to 6 inches possible. Forks, Washington, around, say, Quileute, up towards Astoria, Oregon. These are areas we could see significant rainfall over the coming several days. Temperatures, how about a double nickel out of Seattle? Told you it's mild. Almost 60 degrees across Portland there. St. Louis, highs at around 51. And in Atlanta, highs only at 48. I'm Pedram Javahari, CNN Weather.
All right, y'all. I want you to see the headline on this, so you don't think I'm pulling your leg on this.
Let me just
do this because this is the second impeachment on Trump, and I might be doing something about that later. So you can see a Category 5 atmospheric river stretching 2,700 miles across the Pacific is drenching the northwest U.S. And back to the satellite shot, so you can see this. This is absolutely crazy. Now, I know these things exist, but I have not heard about this. I have to tell y'all, the last time I heard any talk of an atmospheric river, I was in junior high school. And we used to talk about the rare weather phenomenon, different things. I had a teacher that was heavily into that. And we did talk about this, but I have never seen a category 5. No. So this is the Pacific Northwest. And they said so far they have gotten 6.5 inches of rain with an additional 2 to 4 that's forecast. And they could get 25% of their annual rain just from this one heavy duty rainstorm that's descending upon them. And this is the first month of the year, and they're getting that amount of rain. So they said they usually do get rain, but this is a soggy start, even for a place like Washington State, the single wettest start of any year recorded on record. And, they've had wet seasons, but the last time they had something close to this was in 1956. That was the last time. And they got nearly 7 inches of rain in the first half of the month that year in the Northwest. Atmospheric rivers are long, narrow regions in the atmosphere, like rivers in the sky, that transport water vapors according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Flooding concerns for 15 million people. The atmospheric river event is being classified as a Category 5, the highest level from the Center for Western Weather and Water Extremes. The flooding potential is huge, with roughly 15 million people under some sort of watch or advisory. Parts of the western Washington could see 300% of normal rainfall just from this one event, according to the Weather Prediction Center. Soil saturations levels are ranging from 75 to 95%, along with the western third of the region right now. It won't take much rainfall to lead to surface flooding. There is also plenty of warmth in the mid levels of the atmosphere during this particular atmospheric river event. This will raise snow levels to elevations above 6,000 feet across much of the Cascades, and the rainfall below the level. This will further exacerbate flooding concerns as heavy rains atop abundant snow. So they're saying, it's going to cause a rapid melt on anything that has snow on it, and that can cause some more dangerous flooding in the area. And everyone in Western Oregon and Washington should be on alert. High levels of elevations in Washington could see 2 to 4 inches of rain in the next 24 hours, increasing the flood and landslide risk. Rainfall at lower elevations should be between 1 to 2 inches during that time. So, Portland, Oregon, the National Weather Service has forecast to get up to 7 inches of rain in the higher terrains and up to 2 inches of rain in the lowlands. And this is through Wednesday morning, today. So, wow. And they're saying in Oregon, the wind gusts could reach up to 75 miles an hour. And they have a big concern about downed trees, power outages, and hazard situations along Interstate 5. So, y'all, wow. The culprit, the weather phenomena causing all of this rain, is called an atmospheric river. They're basically a river of moistures high in the atmosphere. They carry an abundance of moisture from tropical regions and release it in other areas in the form of rain or snow. Wow. I mean, this is crazy, the kind of stuff that's going on right now. This is absolutely crazy. So y'all, please tell me what you think. This is deep for something like this to occur. We already got all kinds of craziness going on. And of course, if they get the level of rain that they're talking about, people are going to have to be rescued. Shoot, they rescue people in my state for far less amount of rain when it floods here, you know? So I can imagine how bad it's going to be from this thing. And they said it's going to probably be a lot of rain for the next several days. But please tell me what you think. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.